What up, y'all? Happy Friday. It's another Friday with your boy, Showrock. Gonna have some fun tonight. You already know like we do every Friday.
It's rockin' the son of man, son of man.
Let's go.
All in peasant, zones guarding the weapon, either conquered or protected. The beast will be beheaded. The statue stand naked, dead is unrested. No need for paramedics. Hellfire, pair pies for Bob
What up, Molly?
Writers, male writers.
Thanks for seeing us.
Jeremiah
Friday.
14, verse 38. If it does not exist, then what chapters did I miss? Documents.
Yours truly, salute. Tony Downs, what up?
Anunnaki star called
Squad in the building. Salute to my Ghost Squad.
All is predicted from a man called Moses. All is recycled from a band of poets. Plagues, the land of famine and locusts. Hocus.
Gonna have some fun with my man, Showrock.
Legendary, hope you ready. After lightning, then thunder. To fight the knights and the witch hunters.
Yo, it's that killer Armageddon. Nerves back, gripping my weapon. It's rockin' the son of man. Son of triumph like the Wu-Tang Clan, and that's a blessing, that's a blessing. Yo, it's that killer Armageddon. Nerves back, gripping my weapon. It's rockin' the son of man.
Hope everybody having a good Friday. Let's go.
The Bible taught us fear plagues and the swarms of locusts. Who would have thought Armageddon come in the form of COVID? 19 like pipe dreams from smoking, overdosing over that potent while culture vultures poaching. Now we approaching the elephant in the room.
How I sound out there, y'all? Let me know what it sound like.
In the tomb, learn that watching Tutankhamun. The boys team covered in jewels. I'm sorry, that's too much of the truth. They shot the nose off the Sphinx because of how that shit look. They ain't want the African features in history books. They took Lady Liberty's chains and put them on the ground. Now you can't see them from the water. They covered them with a gown. Same way that they cover the eyes of the young children so that they don't see the savagery that their privilege was built with. Still just think Armageddon is when they kill shit, or could it be the poison our foods and minds feel what I choose to not deal with? Dudes that's not willing to denounce the foul systems of cops.
Loretta, what up, bro?
They turn us into villains, say it's justified. Until the tables turn, they sitting on the other side. No more undercover lies. Tired of watching brothers die. We looking out the shadow down the barrel of another nine. When it's your time and they proceed to let it go, you can call it Armageddon, or just reaping what you sow. Yo, it's that killer Armageddon.
My man Showrock, a new joint of his new album. I grew up on Wu, Part 2.
That's a blessing, that's a blessing. Yo, it's that killer Armageddon.
Got some fun, my man Showrock all night.
It's rocking the son of man.
Loretta, my guy, was good, bro.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. This is shit right here. You wanna hear some more of this joint here? There's more of this heat? Sure, I'll be coming through soon. Yeah. That beat is so hard. Showrock, what up, bro? Oh yeah, let's get it, bro. Yo, what's good, fam?
I said, hey, yo, what's going on?
Hey, yo, let's go. What's good, bro?
I see you got the GOAT Squad shirt on and all that.
Yeah, you know I rep my squad all day. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love you've been showing us, man.
Yo, question, man, because I've been wondering this. Who is in the GOAT Squad? Because a lot of people hollering GOAT Squad, but I'm like, who is it?
Listen, I'm glad you asked that to kick off the show. First of all, that's a real ill question, man. Salute to my brother Showrock, who starts off asking about us. This is about him, but he asking about us. You know what I'm saying? They coming up in here soon, but the GOAT Squad, head of the squad is my brother True Words out of Jersey.
Okay,
you know
True Words, I know who that is.
Yeah. Then we got my man King Virtue. You know, he's the man behind a lot of the beats and all that. You know, we got my brother, you see him in there, yours truly, the poet, my brother Tony Dimes. Gons, he out of Jersey too. You got Mike Hoffa, you know what I'm saying? Loretta's Only. You got Tricky Hayes. You got Baller Brown. Yo, we got my man Toby Manson. Jay Vengeance out of Vegas. Yo, it's just so crazy how that we came together, you know what I'm saying? And you showing us love, I appreciate that, man.
Y'all gonna be at that Ghostface show too, right?
Yeah, I'll be out there. I'm definitely gonna be out there because you know that's my backyard. You know what I mean? I know that's where you're gonna be at too. So we
Yeah,
definitely getting out.
that's what's
You
up.
know, that's more your. That's really your backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Word.
home base. That's hometown.
Yeah. Oh, my brother, So Soon. Of course, I gotta forget So Soon, K Banger too. DJ Unbreakable. Our squad is deep, man.
It's very deep.
Mad talent. You know, mad talent. They've been showing up at the grind modes and all that. You know.
That's what's up.
Word. But tonight's about you, my G. Yo, thank you for your time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Anytime, like I said, man, for y'all the originals, man. Y'all been showing me love for
Mm.
shit. I could say years now. After these pandemics, it's been years.
Yeah, and I shout out my brother DJ, you know what I'm saying? He's under the regular cat Konvo.com. Yo, yo, the team is so ill, man. He and I, we just been building this like and trying to stretch out because the love for hip hop is what brought us together. And everybody that we have that come through and show us love and support, they genuinely see it. You know what I'm saying? And the love, like you said, that he's been showing you, and once he put me on you, I was just like, yo, this shit's right there. Like, you right there, my G. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And what the craziest part is, I feel like y'all show us underground MCs so much love, and we don't show y'all the love back. Even though we kind of do, we don't do enough. It's like we'll
Yo,
take the screenshot and be like, yo, shouts to Regular Cat because they play my shit. But I make it a point now to have the Live 365 app. So in the morning, every morning when I'm ironing my pants for work, instead of going to Spotify, instead of bullshitting around on the gram, I just hit that button and I might find a new MC, or I might just hear
word.
some old school shit that I love. And it gets y'all to spins because we can't just say, yo, shouts to these people. We really got to listen to these. We the main motherfucker saying it ain't no real shit on the radio, but then when it is a radio
Yo,
station paying real shit, we ain't listening to it. We just saying,
and
yeah, support them.
yo, me and my partner DJ, man, he gonna come through here later too. But yo, you understand? This is the conversation we have all the time. You understand? And people don't realize the music is purchased, so everything that's played, he buys it. So you getting the spin, you getting the money on that, and that's just the love because he loved this shit like I do. Like you cut us, bars come out, not blood but bars. You know what I'm saying? That's how I love
I
this
like
shit,
that.
man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yo, that's all we want. Just but when you hear people be like, yo, there's no real music, so you're not a real MC because I play you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel to some people. Like, so are you not a real MC? You know what I'm saying? And you saying everything, you echo everything we say, man. I'm so thankful for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? MCs like you. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, man. And that's why I'm so thankful to have you up here too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Always,
want
man.
to.
Any chance to chop it up with some OGs, people that really know hip hop. Clearly, from what's on rotation of the station, y'all really know hip hop. So
Oh man, yeah.
anytime, man.
I tell everybody, yo, I'm proud of my 45 years on my sleeve, bro. I seen it grow. I seen hip hop from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was in my record player, like in my stereo. I was rapping in the brush. You know what I mean? Curtis Blow. You know what I'm saying? That was my joint. If I ruled the world, said it last week. That was one of my favorites coming up. So this is in me. My brother used to rap. My sisters rap. You know what I mean? I rap. You know what I mean? It's in us, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I love that it's MCs and artists like yourself, like my Ghost Squad crew, like the artists that I've been blessed to have up here, that's still doing their thing. You understand what I'm saying?
We got to,
And
man. We got to keep culture alive, baby. It ain't even
yo,
about all the bread. Like, we got jobs. We working 9 to 5s. We do. Some people doing this professionally, but for the most part, most of us, we working our jobs. I even see some of the greats that have resigned to working regular jobs. But then summertime comes, they'll do them tours in Europe, get their money, and then they back to
exactly.
work their regular jobs. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. People got to stop shaming it. Like, oh,
Exactly.
you a part-time rapper. I'm not a part-time rapper. I do this for real, and you can put me on the mic with anybody.
Bars is there. You know what I'm
Bars
saying?
is
Like,
there. Put me
ain't
on
wrong
the
with
mic
the
with
word.
anybody. I ain't scared.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, when people say things like that, it's not enough of that being heard because it causes the youth to go feel like they got to do something quick to get that instead of the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I mean? It makes them go other ways too because I feel like they're more influenced now than I would like to say that we were, because I came up on MOP, some of the
Mm,
hardest. You know what I
mm.
mean? You know what I mean? Thankfully, I'm here where I am now. You know what I'm saying? So the music doesn't guide you to do these things. Is where you are mentally. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
Word. But let's talk about you, man. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, congrats on the new joint that just dropped, yo. I was loving
Thank
that,
you,
man.
thank you. I was working on
Yo,
that for a while, man.
listen, man, that work is serious, bro. If anybody hasn't heard it, man, that I grew up on Woo Part 2, man. Sheesh. Like, I came on to that joint, so, you know what I mean? That's been the rock right now, man.
Yeah,
How
I heard
long
you
you been?
playing Killer Armageddon when I pulled up.
Yo, you know what I love about it? We're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into you, bro. But I love how you really just resurrect. Like I ain't gonna say resurrected those beats like they were dead, but you just spun new life into them, the samples and all that, and like, you know what I mean? That shit is just beautiful, bro.
I
You know what
just
I'm saying?
imagine that I had a label and a budget, and I said, let me just imagine that RZA was producing my whole shit. What would I do?
Mhm.
And then I'm
Word.
gonna give up the secret sauce on this one. I have a couple producers that are my go-to producers. Like my man
Uh-huh.
Beats, he produced the entire I Grew Up on Wu Part 1. So I went to
Mm.
him for a couple joints on this.
Shout out to him.
But other than that, I use BeatStars, and that's me giving up the secret. I will sit on BeatStars for hours and just
Word.
find the right beats that I want to rock off and either lease them or purchase them outright and get the exclusive rights to it if I really feel like I can make that song pop. But that's how
Word.
I was able to get a cohesive sound and make it feel like RZA did the whole shit. Let me pick
Yeah.
15 beats that all sound like they could have came out, you know, those early Wu-Tang sessions, and let
Yeah.
me add my new school boom bap, flashy, but still Wu-esque shit over them. And that's what I was going for with that. And I took my time with this one. I
Mm.
dropped 2 albums while I was writing this album. So I started
Oh,
writing
okay.
this album before I dropped Thank God for the Grimy and before I dropped Pay the Rappers. But
Really?
it's just a different mind frame that I'm in when I'm making these songs versus when I'm making dance songs versus
Right.
where
Right.
I'm making really grimy songs. And I like to
Okay.
compartmentalize. So rather than make one album with dance songs and grimy songs and all this shit on one, I say, nah, I look at it like chapters in a book, in different
Right.
books. So you want grimy, you go to this series. You want dance, you go to the Pay the Rapper series. And if you just
Mm-hmm.
fuck with Wu, then you fuck with this.
Word. That's what's up, man. That's so dope, man. Shout out to my man Mike Hoffa just pulled up in here as well.
What up,
One of my
Hoffa?
good squad brothers. You know, but you know what, that shows a lot of versatility in you as an MC, as an artist, bro, because you know what I mean, you shown that, some people you remember and we you understand the era I come up in. So you remember like on one album, an artist would like to show the versatility all on one album. But to be able to put out projects of versatility is different. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the
So
difference is we adapting to the times. Because back then, unless you was Tupac or DMX going platinum twice in the same year, most
mhm.
artists is only putting out one album a year. So you want
Yeah,
people to hear everything that you can do. But now we in the Griselda era where niggas put out albums every month and a half. So it's like you could do that. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna give these niggas the dance album now because like just like Drake did. This motherfucker put out a
oh word.
techno house album because you know in a couple months he gonna put a real album out.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
by
man.
real I
Listen.
mean like more hip hop and well as hip
Right,
hop as
right.
Drake is, or whatever you want to call it, what he does. Hip hop, R&B, you know.
Listen. I
He does
call
his
him an
thing.
entertainer, man, because it's like shout out to my brother ASU that just pulled up to my tribe brothers, you know what I mean? But I call Drake an entertainer because like I saw somebody was saying like, and shout out to Bison, we had this conversation, or I forgot what I was talking to. Yeah, on his podcast, it's like nobody want to push Drake's pen because you say something, he could definitely go in that lane. So everybody's like don't want to. They probably kind of leave him alone, but he knows what he is. He's an entertainer. He loves the game though. I can see that he loves hip hop, but I don't know, man. I like the lane you in that
Yeah.
that Shout out to my brother Star Life, my Ghost Squad. You know what I mean? Like that's the lane I love. I love bars. I
They're
like
my
bar work.
favorite rappers right now, Star and Life. Jada
Yeah.
Star and K Double. Those are my favorite rappers right now. I don't have no qualms in saying that. I know a lot of people on my team is gonna be mad at me. Spec Arson and Bison gonna be like, "Word, that's how you." They know that's how I feel. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like those are my guys. Like, and I fucks with Bison. I fucks with
Yeah.
Digga Den. I fucks with Spec Arson. Spec is my brother in real life, but and so is K Double. But Star and Life, those are. I feel like they're the perfect blend of old school boom bap mixed with grimy, mixed with flashy. They're everything that I would want to be in a rapper if I wasn't already me.
Yo, they work so well together. Their tandem is beautiful. Actually, I got them lined up in a couple weeks too, man. Shout out to once again, all of y'all, man. All of y'all show that love.
And this is not me gassing up my brethren them. I would put them as a duo in the same category as Ray and Ghost, Free and Beans, you know, Jada and fucking Styles. You know, their chemistry back and forth, that's 30 years of friendship right there. And you can't fake that.
And their work is there. Like shout out to my brother. He's in the building now, my man, DJ Konvo.com. You know what I mean? But listen, the work is there. So if anybody is questioning what Showrock is saying, Star and Life, go check their catalog. Go check the catalog, man.
Wins, losses, and draws. That's
exactly your trust.
That's the joint to listen to.
Yeah, they're gonna be up here, man, in a couple weeks too. Salute, man, to them as well,
good.
bro. You know?
Shout out to see my man Jay Roberts in the building, all the way over in Canada. What up, baby?
My man, salute. Thank you all for joining us here tonight, man. We got my man Showrock in here. Talk about it, man. Let's talk about your coming up in the game, Showrock. Like, what was it that got you into the hip hop, bro? I always gotta ask everybody. I love that.
Crazy because people say I'm misogynistic and all that shit. But what actually got me into hip hop was, you know, when I was raised by a single mother, like I'm cool with my pops now, but back then we wasn't really on it like that. He wasn't really around. So my mom's couldn't really teach me sports. So she bought me a boombox. And her being a woman, what was she listening to? Salt and Pepper. She even had the updo with the little stripes on the side. So my first rap song that I heard was Push It. And the first time I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a rapper. I'm a rapper.
That's real, yo. Yo, it's so crazy. That's my lady Jess. Shout out to my lady Jess, the queen of the song. That's her favorite rap group. She got a crazy story about that joint too. But I remember, like, for me, real quick, because it's about you, but Push It, I remember when I was in 6th grade. Shout out to I'm from Mount Vernon originally. Watched elementary school in band. Absolutely. And I was in band, and we played that joint band day, and we lit that up, man. You know what I mean? That Push It. Go down Gramerton Avenue, hitting them drums. I was like, yo, that shit was crazy.
And that was
to have that
80s. And right now, that beat still goes crazy.
You hear it still being used. It's used over and over. You hear a commercial, you hear it come up in anything. You know what I mean?
I remember in the 2000s, the Dipset redid it. Jewels and Cam and them did that.
Listen, man, that joint still go hard. But for that to be the first joint you heard is so crazy, bro. And that made you say you're going to be a rapper. That's like
Biggie or Pac or sounds like, nah, it was Salt and Pepper. I ain't going to lie, no cap. No cap in my rap.
Oh, that's crazy. And they made you want to rap. That's what it was, yo.
Yeah.
Man, so did you have, how was it finding your style? Like, did you go through different phases of writing and things of that nature to get to where you are?
I was always punchline heavy because you would rap in the lunchroom. You had to make people laugh, or you had to make people make that ugly face and be like, yo, he's not the dude that you want to fuck with. So I always kind of had that. And I was always kind of like a cool guy. Like, you know, I knew how to dress and shit like that. So I would always like kind of talk that fly shit. Sort of like a Big L, the way that he had his punchlines and he talked his like slick fly shit. Or they say like Goods does it now, like the king of the slick talk and all that. So that was sort of my style, but I ain't gonna lie. When I listen to my really old stuff that most people haven't heard other than my cousin Pook, who has heard every song that I've ever made since I was like 6, I'll hear who I was listening to at the time.
Right, right.
I'll be like, damn, I just made 6 songs and I sound like Lloyd Banks, or I sound like Fabulous on these freestyles. And then it was, oh, now this nigga sound like Pusha T. So like, there comes a point in time where I have to stop listening to other people's
Right.
stuff and really get in my own zone. Now I'm not there anymore. And even people were saying, yo, your shit's starting to sound like Griselda. But now I feel like I finally gotten to a point where I can listen to Griselda all day and not sound like Griselda.
Right, right. And
Still have
that's
some similar elements, but I could listen to Lloyd Banks all day and not sound like Lloyd Banks. But back in the day, that shit would translate, and you would hear it in my voice, in my inflections, in my bars. But people would love it, so it wasn't no need to worry about it.
right, right.
But
Because
getting older, it's like, nah, I don't want to be the best second tier Benny. I want to be the best Showrock. You know, I don't want to be
absolutely,
the best
man.
Lloyd Banks. I want to be the best Showrock.
And you know, coming up in the 2000s, that's what I was rapping out here as well. You know what I mean? And that was the era where you could easily fall into that, sounding like someone because you're trying to compete against them. What were we doing back then? Getting the CDs
Yep.
with the instrumentals. You know what I mean? Going in on them instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So after you heard that song so many times, you couldn't help it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bison that pulled up here too.
I
You
see.
know what I mean?
What up? Bison
You
out
know,
Stampede.
let me tell you, Bison's a beast too, man. Thank you. Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
he is.
first of all, the props that I owe you, man. Like that's why I want to have you up here, man. It's just like when I mentioned the mixtape, you immediately posted it. You just showed immediate love, and it's through you. I got it with Bison. You know what I'm saying? And another real dude. You know what I mean? So the thanks to you. The same way you showed us the love, I gotta make sure that you understand that, and everybody hears that. I gotta give it right back to you, bro, man, because you definitely
Y'all been
put
showing
us in that
love.
umbrella.
It's reciprocal. It's mutual. It's a couple people that like I shouted out my man Jay Roberts earlier today. You know, I got some stuff I'm working on with him, but that's not why I'm shouting him out. I'm shouting him out because he's one of those dudes. Your album drop at midnight, he copped it at 12:01. You know, you say you don't gotta ask him to support. He just supports. And the same thing with that boy Alfredo. He gets busy. That's his little tagline. And I see him
Salute.
pulling up in a joint now too. He's another dope MC, little unorthodox,
Okay.
but that's what I love about him. So
Word.
for me, I just want to show everybody love because none of us can win unless all of us win. And I don't think a lot of us get that yet. In order for
And
it to exist, y'all need to exist. In order for you to exist, we need to exist. It's symbiotic.
absolutely, man. And the thing is, that's why, for me, like when you included us like in that underground community, that's a big thing to me. You understand what I mean? That means something because your status, like I said, people don't really understand and know how you've been moving and the respect that you have in this game from the legends. You know what I mean? So when you include someone in something, that's a big tap on the shoulder, man. You know what I mean? And that's real joint. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to be there, and this is all I want to do because, like I said, I put the mic down because I love doing what I do here now. I want to be able to content create and let everybody hear the fire that's out there that's right under their nose. You know what I'm saying? It's right there for 'em.
Y'all are getting in, and us too. We're all kind of getting in on the ground floor of this. We may not
Yes,
realize it, but we are. There comes a time where now, could you imagine if all the battle rappers on URL and Smack and Grind Time and all these other places, if they were still fighting to get on the radio, or if they were still fighting to be accepted by
word.
commercial? There comes a time when you say, fuck that, we're gonna do our own shit. And now as the Instagram, as us rappers who are used to giving fire ass 60-second clips every day of the week for 365
Consistently.
days a year, we can make our own shit. The same way that motherfuckers could go platinum in just Atlanta, you don't need everybody. If battle
Word.
rap could have millions of views for just motherfuckers that like battle rap, then we could do
And
the
look
same
at-
thing. We can find our niche.
yes, and
Begging for other people to accept us.
that's the thing, man. That's what I was. That's what the purpose was for me starting this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over a year now, and I was just like, no. I'm so in tune with MCs and artists, and I love that. And I'm like, oh, people will always ask me, what you listening to? You know, who you rocking? And it's like, this is a way to introduce them and let them see the other side of these artists. Let them know that there really is some music. You know what I call it now? We're in the age of, and I hate to say it, but the lazy listen. When they just want to hit play on the radio or whatever is playing, they deal with it and they say it sucks. No, you know you can hit YouTube. You know you can follow these guys. You know, follow a hashtag real hip hop. You'll find something. Follow a hashtag of bars. You find it. But it's just like I don't get it. You can use a smartphone for everything else, but not to feed your appetite for this real hip hop that you say you have. You know,
It's like you said. The word of the day is lazy. Not only is music free now, pretty much everything you want to consume, you don't have to pay for it. You pay $9.99 a month. So now everybody's competing for time. You're not even competing for money anymore. You're competing for time. And we had a class, because one of the things that I do on the side is I'm a student at Pendulum Inc. And that is Mickey Fax School for Lyricism. Fax and Chip Jones are two of our big professors. And we had a guest lecturer who was Fonte from Little Brotha. And what he said was, he said, it's crazy. Back in the days, you know, you got 3 CDs on the shelf. You got Nas, you got Jay-Z, you got Biggie. And the 3 CDs are competing for your $15. He said, now you're not competing for those dollars because everything is free. He said, you're competing for time. But it's you versus Mickey Fax versus Lloyd Banks. Who's going to get no, it's you versus Lloyd Banks versus Mickey Fax versus Insta models with ass and titties versus videos of dogs and puppies versus TikTok dances versus people doing dumb shit online. So you have to think about these things differently now and figure out why someone would prioritize to put you at the top of the list when they're so used to scrolling 30 seconds at a time watching dumb shit.
Right, exactly, man. And salute to my brother True Words that just pulled up too.
True Words.
You see, right, man. You're competing for the time for everything because the attention span is gone. You know what I mean? And like you said, you're not just competing for in music. You're competing against everything because time is of the essence with it.
Yeah.
You know,
like on this little screen that we hold in our hand, we get our music, we get our entertainment, we get our news. Like sometimes I find myself watching shit on my phone while I'm watching shit on TV. Like
my son does that all the time. Yo, I don't know how he does it. He'll have videos rocking. He's playing the game. He got his headphones on playing against somebody online.
It's crazy.
I tell him, and then he wanted everything go dead at once. I'm like, yo, you ain't got nothing on the charger. You using everything. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, man. You're right, man. Like how you compete for everything in this game for every moment, you know. But with you, man, like, how did you when you came up with writing and you started getting into honing your skills? Because I want to get back into you, bro. Like, how did you find yourself picking beats? Like, because when I listen to your beats, like you said, depending on what lane you in, it seems like you do a great job of picking the beats for that lane. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not tripping up in that, you know? Salute to my brother Hell's Yeah, they just pulled up too, you know what I mean?
One thing about me,
what is it?
I could pick beats. I ain't going out like one of my favorite rappers. I ain't going out like Nas, man. I could pick beats. I'm not going to let these lyrics be on some subpar production, and that's why I stopped making my own beats. Because niggas used to always tell me all the time, yo, just stick to rapping, B. like, yo, the only reason you could get away with rapping off these beats that you made is because you're so nice of a rapper. That's what they would tell me.
Right.
So at some point, you stand for his craft. You say, fuck it, you know? Especially now you can lease a beat for $30. It ain't no excuse to have whack beats.
Word. And the crazy thing is, though, it could just be a bad choice of them now. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
People don't understand music. They so worried about trying to make a hit or trying to make something that's going to go viral that you don't go back to the essence of what are you doing? You're making music. It has to sound good. It has to be pleasing to the ear. Like,
Yeah.
I get into this a lot with these multisyllabic rappers. Like, I don't give a fuck how many syllables you can rhyme. Lyrical, miracle, empirical, lyrical, syrical, lyrical. I came from Syria to Myria. That's cool that you can do all those lyrical tricks. But if it doesn't sound good in a song, nobody want to hear that
We
shit.
seen it.
And
We
certain
seen some breaks like that,
people
man. Like we seen that.
cipher, but you
Yeah.
got to
Like
know you gotta pick and choose. Where are you
right,
at? Something will
right.
sound good in a 60-second Instagram clip that might not sound good in a song. Something to sound good in a song where you spit that same song in a battle cipher and motherfuckers are going to laugh at you.
We seen that happen to Joe Budden, like just like being in the wrong place, wrong time with the wrong type of wrong ammunition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's
And that happens. And, like for you, man. So like y'all come up in the game, man. Like I don't really understand. I don't think people really know it. So how long you been recording, putting your own music out, and rocking the way you do? How long you been at this, bro?
I've been rapping for a very long time. I would say since I was probably in like first grade. And
Mm-hmm.
the name that I go by now is Showrock, just short for Showrocker. I just dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I think in college, I would go by, people would say, oh, there goes the Showrock. That's like my white homeboys would say, oh, there's the Showrock's coming. I don't know why they add the to everything, but that's how it became Showrock from Showrocker. But
All
actually,
right.
Showrocker is short for Shorty Rock. The
Okay.
show is Shorty, and the rocker is from Rock. And that was because I used to always be this young cat in these ciphers bodying grown ass men. And I was always
Mm.
the youngest one. They'd be like, yo, come here, Shorty Rock. And that shit
Right,
just
right,
stuck.
right. That's the era. Everybody's Shorty Rock to the OGs. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Everybody was Shorty Rock. If you wasn't a
yeah,
Shorty Rock,
man.
you
Like
wasn't
I said, I'm
alive with the
80s
OGs.
baby.
Yeah,
What up,
yeah.
P? I
Like I
come
said,
my man P from Chile, all the way over in
yo,
Chile, South America in the building.
salute. Thanks for
Que lo que,
joining
man?
us tonight, man. You know,
Okay.
it's crazy that like the love everybody come through, man. Like a lot of these dudes that salute and rep for you. Look at that, all over the world, they're coming through for Showrock. You know what I mean?
That's
And that's
crazy.
the dopeness. Like, how did you feel when you started getting that buzz, though, bro? Because we're gonna talk about where you from, man, and let them know where you from. Because I know what it's like with the hip hop out there, but let them know where you from and all that too. Like where you, because you don't hide it. That's the beautiful thing
I don't,
about it.
it was funny because like when I used to be in Dominion ciphers and we were doing we used to do these Pride War ciphers, and my group, a group that I'm in, was like 12 of us. It was called the Pride of NY, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
everybody wasn't from NY. Most of us had ties to NY. Some were from NY, NY adjacent. So people try to call me out like, "Oh, well, Show Rock not even from New York." I'm like, everybody know I'm not from New York. Every chance I get, I came out money craving, pistol waving, New Haven. Like that,
Word.
that Connecticut is part of me. Like real niggas
Yeah.
live in Connecticut. When Raekwon said that, you would have thought Obama got elected president. That's how loud we were screaming because that was the first time anybody ever mentioned Connecticut in a song. Like we were like the
Word.
forgotten fucking state in between Boston and New York. Like no one gave a fuck
Yeah.
about Connecticut until that song came out. And even after that, nobody gave a fuck, but we did. At least we knew somebody was acknowledging it. Then you get some references here and there. But yeah, straight from New Haven, Connecticut.
Word. And it's crazy because, like I said, I came up in Mount Vernon and I moved out here in like 97. And I started, I rapped a little in New York, but I really started getting on with the crew that I got up with out here. And being
Heavy,
from Mount Vernon
right?
and sing. What's up?
I said Heavy D was from Mount Vernon, right?
Absolutely. Heavy D, P Rock, the CL. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, we got legends out there. And it's like, I remember being what it was like coming up hearing them. You know what I mean? Because then that's what I'm saying. I had access to seeing legends from my hometown. No matter, and Mount Vernon is just 4 square miles. You come out here and I see how I hear nice people, but they can't be heard because there's a Connecticut stigma on them a lot. And that's so crazy because, right, like you said, Mass, Boston, you go out there and then hip hop is live. I've been to some of the illest shows in Boston. You know what I'm saying? And it was so frustrating when I was recording for us to, I would pack my crew up with our CDs, go to New York, hit the barbershops, hit Fordham Road, everywhere, just passing out our CDs. They see that 203 number, Connecticut, and it's like they don't take it serious. That shit was tough.
Yeah. And I tell
You
you,
know, so
New Haven itself, we got a little legacy of some beef going down and everything, because if you really an OG, you know that really only one artist from New Haven or from our area ever really popped to mainstream status back in the day, and that was Steezo. And I remember Steezo, rest in peace. Steezo used to even talk about motivation. He was a barber too, and he had his platinum plaque in the barbershop where we could see it. But the crazy part about Steezo and why a lot of cats had beef with him, a lot of stuff was going on, was because when Steezo got on, and they were like, he was doing an interview, and they were like, "Where you from?" And he would claim New York. And we were like, "Yo, this is a big chance for you to say New Haven." And he was
right.
New York cats and didn't claim it fully. And that became like a big point of like, everybody was mad at him. But I'm sure he had his reasons, or his record label told him to do something certain way,
You know how they were back then. You know how they were back then. They would coach you to say certain things because they wanted to keep a certain image and things like that. You know what I mean? Which frustrated a lot of our legends. You know what I'm saying? And they were stuck in some crazy contracts that made them do a lot of crazy things back then. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of the artists now understand that, the artists that paved the way for them with that. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like it's so important for that homage,
You still got cats like, Kaz and like people from like the Cedric and Cedar days that really don't have no bread. And these young cats who, because of them that paved the way, now have the ability to make $500,000 for a festival performance, and they still not put no respect on these OGs. That's crazy. Now, I'm the first one to say some disrespectful shit about the OGs, because I feel like modern rap started with LL Cool J. Everything before that, I'm like, ain't nobody trying to listen to that shit. But I still respect it for what it was, for the doors that it opened for us to do what we do now. But ain't nobody gonna be like, yo, Rock, put on that Run DMC. And I'm be like, unless it's that Christmas song, no, I'm not putting that shit on.
What?
Every day and better, like, and newer. That's it. I'm gonna get crucified for saying that. I got a couple other hot takes in terms of
word. Listen, we here for him, bro, and that's why I wanted you up here, bro, because the same love you give, you have no problem holding your tongue on anything, bro. And one of the things I love that you do is those. I don't know who need to hear this. Those are classic, bro. Classic, man, because those are jewels you dropping every day for free.
And you know what I find, and I don't know if it's the algorithm or if it's just people, that those do better than the music. And I feel like a lot of that is Instagram knows if you're pushing music, you're trying to sell something, and they can sell ads. But if you're just talking shit, then you're contributing to the culture of silliness that they want to fucking promote anyway. So what I try to do is do my silliness, but also drop the gems in there as well. So that way the algorithm will show it to people. Those people will come and listen to my real quick and be like, oh, maybe I'll follow him. Maybe he does know a little bit about this music shit. And then after that, I'll drop a music post. Maybe they'll go back and check that other one. But then after that, it's right back to the real quicks. So that way I don't lose the momentum. Because you'll see, like, and I know it, like, it ain't no surprise. Like, those get 3 times as many views as anything promo or music related.
Right. And they automatically come up and all of that,
All you can do is just keep pushing. Nobody knows how the algorithm works, but you post every day, you see what works, you see what doesn't work.
And that's the positive. Bro, listen, I'll listen to you, man. Like when I said, like when you was like, yo, just keep posting, keep pushing. That's why my partner is so important for me to have my partner, because he's on it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting better, but I'm nowhere near where he is. And it's like, you got to keep yourself relevant in these people's faces, because everybody got a podcast. Everybody got this. Everybody listens to the same artist. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, but the thing is, I tell them, I'm genuine, and I'm not saying anyone else isn't, but everyone that's come up here, salute to Hell's Yeah, he could tell you because I had him up here as well. I would like to make people comfortable because there's no clickbait with me. If the algorithm don't want a real conversation with a real MC, then I'm fine in the lane I'm in because I'm not going to sell out for that. I don't want to have a drama-filled thing. We got that out there in the world. I want to give about the culture. There's still some positives in this culture that needs to be like in front of people's eyes, such as Showrock. You know?
And there's ways that you can do it without compromising your integrity. And that's
Exactly.
kind of what I do. Like, even if I'm doing a pop song, it's gonna have bars in it. You're never gonna see me doing, like, people, it's, even though I haven't gone viral, I can feel confident in saying it's not hard to go viral. But I'm not willing to do the goofy shit that's going to go viral.
Yeah.
Like the other
like
day, I did a verse, like, rapping off some chick ass cheeks clapping. I knew that shit was going to get a lot of views because I know what the algorithm likes. But on the same token, I'll do shit like that because for me, that's on brand to me. I'll rap off anything. But there are things that aren't on brand for me. You're not going to see me doing TikTok dances and cooning and buffooning and looking like an idiot. Just, so what if you get 1 million views? Do you want 1 million views for being a clown? And do you click on the profile? Yeah, you might laugh, but do you say, damn, this clown motherfucker that got 500,000 views, let me listen to his music? No, you don't. You just laugh, you keep it moving, or you wait for more jokes.
Yeah.
You want to be famous for what you want to be famous for. You don't want to be famous just to be famous. And that's the problem. That's why you got a lot of people doing a lot of fuck shit, looking crazy, willing to do anything just to get those views. And I'm not the one.
Nah, man.
I rap.
I remember, like, for me, and one of my boys, when I first started this, he was like, yo, you got to have some drama and all that. And I was like, nah, that's not me, bro. That's just, and you know that's not me. You know what I mean? He's like, but if you want to get the views, I said, I'll get the views organically. You know what I mean? Having people on, when I have you on and your followers see, yo, this dude is having this real genuine conversation with Show, they'll follow me. They might say, oh, let me go check his previous interviews. All right, this is how he is. I can rock with him. I want that on that. You know what I'm saying? If I only have my 600, 700, they know who I am as this, I'm good. I'm comfortable in my skin, bro. I'm comfortable letting everybody know how much I love this hip hop. You know,
and that's how it should be.
Absolutely, man. And people forget that. People think, oh, I got to do some dumb shit, like you said, to get people to like me. Nah. I got artists reaching out to me. I have publicists, managers that reach out to me that want me to interview their artists, and shout out to them, and I'm grateful for that. And that's just me being who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's the dopeness about it.
The worst of it all, and I feel bad for these sisters when this shit happens. If you're a female MC, if you are a woman who raps, and the views ain't getting what you want them to get, the song's not spinning the way you want it to spin, then you start getting naked and showing your titties and showing your ass. Now, I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I love ass and titties. Right. But the moment you start doing that shit, and then you try to go back to the regular shit, we're going to look at you funny. We're going to look at you like, yeah, you got bars, but the moment that shit ain't cracking, you start trying to pull your titties out. Like, so, ladies, if y'all here, if y'all listening, don't fall into the trap. Don't do it.
And I gotta give a huge shout out to one of my friends, man. And I had her on. I call them Queen MCs. My homegirl Key Turner. You know what I mean? I had her on here, and
I know who that is.
She is so, yeah, and she's so is an upstanding MC, and she's a queen MC. You know what I mean? That's why she's the first one I gave that title to, and she deserves it because her bar work is crazy. And just like you said, she doesn't change up for that. The bar work is the guy on the Knox joint. You know what I'm saying? Got her working with rapidly around, you know?
Don't get me wrong. There is a space for the Nicki Minaj's and the Little Kims, and you could even be half naked and have bars. Like if you look at Armani Caesar from Griselda. You can do both, but that has to be your thing.
From
you
the
can't
jump.
Switch back and forth.
Right.
Because then nobody's going to take you seriously. It's like if one day I'm talking about stop the violence, and then the next day I'm talking about shoot a nigga in the face, spray his mother with mace. You know, they gonna look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, you gotta choose your lane. Even though when we got self-destruction, you know what I mean, and we're all in the same game. From those dudes, it was accepted though. You know what I mean? But like you said,
Well,
it
that
was
was
needed.
different.
It was needed because shit was
That was
really going
different.
crazy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I know what you're saying though. Like, stay in the lane you in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because it's hard to gain a fan. So if you gain him in doing what you do, he gonna be with you. You know what I mean? That's why I'm fans of who I am from the jump because they who they are. My brother Sky Zoo, Torre, Shot Stimuli. You know what I mean? Brothers like that I listen to regularly and they know. And that's why I go reach to them and get like regular life, real life conversations about shit. You know what I mean? And it's like the support is there both ways. They support the show they've been on. It's dope like that, man. You know? But you like what made you be like because for you, man, like the lane you in, you totally comfortable. You know you could spit with anybody. But you are garnering so much knowledge in the industry as well. And what I love about it is a lot of people I talk about, the few that do this, you don't hoard it. You share the information, bro. You're not saying, nah, I'm going to make this work for me first, and then when I get where I'm at, I'll share with you. It's like as soon as you get something, you're willing to share it. What makes you that way, bro? That's just, you know.
Because I wish that other people were that way with me. Whether coming up, whether now, like there's so many people, especially the gatekeepers, that hoard the information. And I say, I can give you the book that has all the knowledge in it. It's still up to you to use that knowledge and apply it.
Right.
I could give you every end rhyme that I plan on using for this 16-bar verse. And your 16-bar verse is not going to be as nice as my 16-bar verse. I could give you the tools, but you can't be me. And I know that even if I give everybody in the community these tools, all they can do is be the best version of them, which is not going to be better than the best version of me.
Word. And another brother I think of that's in that lane, shout out to my man True Words again, because in our GOAT squad, that's something he does. He shares all the knowledge, all the information, and it just, you see how it makes people move when, like, people willing to share. It's like, oh, all right, bro. You know what I mean? Like, believe it or not, people don't always want to be like that. There are some people in this industry, in the culture, that actually want to see others win, like yourself, like me. You know what I mean? I love to see somebody winning. It's like a beautiful thing because it's helping our culture. You know what I'm saying?
You know how much money is out there? You think they're going to run out of money by giving us a little bit of $1,500, $1,000 here and there? Yo, these rappers nowadays are getting the bag. These corporations are paying them stupid money. You think that there's not enough room for all of us little 2,000 people rapping on Instagram to exist? And we all nice? We should be helping each other getting gigs. We should be, I should be saying, you know what? I don't sound good on this song. This ain't really my lane. Let me call Bison. Bison should be saying, shit, Spec is good at hooks. Let me call Spec for some help on his hook, and I'll split the prize money with him. Like, we got to start thinking about things that way so we can all win. And what helps me about this is that in real life, I'm not a hater.
Word.
When you being your authentic self, it's not hard. It's not hard for me to share the knowledge because I would do the same shit in real life. And anybody who knows me outside of this rap shit knows that I'm the same motherfucker outside of this shit. I will rap your ear off walking down the street, just rapping about nothing. I will share all the information with you because a lot of people know me for traveling a lot. Like, I be going all over the place because I don't have kids. So I'm like, fuck it, where we going? Brazil, Costa Rica, fucking Mexico, like whatever. And they be like, yo, you must be rich. But no, but let me show you how to finesse these flight miles. Let me show you how to finesse these hotel points. I put people on because why not? It ain't hurting me.
In every way, you put people on. That's the
it
thing.
Ain't hurting
you know
me.
What I mean? Word, man. Listen, but you do understand because you come up like I come up. You do understand how that was just at the time it was just like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know. You know, it was like the crabs in the barrel mentality. And I'm happy that the lane that I'm in. Like I love it when I see your album. I see who you have featured on there, and then some of them are featured on other artists. Like the lane I'm in with with all the artists is the beautiful lane, and that's why I love sharing it. That's why when I'm at a cookout or something like that, I'm usually like the music dude, but I'm throwing some of the music in
So what it
with
makes it
everything.
in there.
Yeah, and that's what I love about our radio station. How I tell everybody, you can hear Showrock, next you know you can hear a Jadakiss, then you can hear
Yep.
Starlight, then you can hear Blue in Exile. You know what I mean? It's everyone because that I believe it's time for it, and they don't. You have to let people know that they'll appreciate the music. They're not like I said, they're not going to find it on their own. You know,
People don't like
but
the music on the radio because it's good. People like the music on the radio because they hear it over and over and over again. It doesn't
yes,
matter what it is. If we were playing our music on the radio over and over again, it would become the norm and the young kids would like it. Nowadays, the young kids like whatever's being playing on the radio. If you got
yeah.
Blueface not even rapping on beat, you got people auto-tune singing about absolutely nothing. And I like
And
Future, but he don't be talking about nothing. But
listen,
people
man.
like it because they're not listening to it. They're just, it's a vibe. They call it a vibe.
Yeah, that's the excuse. Like that's what listen. That is an excuse. The vibe went from what we know what a real vibe is to an excuse for liking trash. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, don't take what the vibe mean away. You know what I mean? They downgrading the word. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, nah, that's not a vibe. That shit whack. And you try to pass it off on me. You know what I mean? But it
Now,
is what
now
it
here's
is.
what I'm showing my age. I hear vibe. I automatically think of that Jeanne song from back in the day. That's a vibe
Whoa,
for me.
whoa.
That's a
Yeah,
vibe.
see? I ain't mad at that, man. Shout out to Terrence. Shout out to everybody in the building with us. We're here with my brother Bison tonight
What up,
representing.
Terrence? That's my
Yep.
cuz. That's the one I was talking about earlier who heard all my songs. And when he heard
Word.
this, I grew up on Wu 2, he said, cuz, this might be your best album. And he heard all my
Listen.
shit, even the whack shit.
Word. So let's talk about that, man, because let me tell you something, man. Like, when I heard you say you was dropping an album, and then my partner DJ, shout out once again, hit me up this morning, sent me the link. I was like, yo, damn, man, I was still rocking Blackity Black, yo. I'm still on Do Knowledge and shit, man. Like, but like you said, you got to stay prevalent and relevant in front of people with fresh shit. So
You know
then when I
what,
was
though?
listening, I was like,
Knowing that the album was supposed to drop, I really should have been chilling and just getting all the singles ready for the album. But I just got that beat and I knew Juneteenth was coming and that Blackity Black, I just felt it was a song that needed to be made. I didn't give a fuck if I got 5,000 streams off it or if I got 50 streams off it. That was a
mm-hmm,
song I feel like is going to last longer than me. You know, who
yeah,
knows? Maybe it'll get picked up for a TV show or something, but ain't no cursing in it. Ain't no negativity in it. My grandmama likes that song. So no matter what happens with that, I'm glad that I put that out. And, you know, we got the Legends of Dot X on the track. Like,
absolutely, man.
what?
And
What's not to like
from what I
about that?
know, yo, and once again, shout out to Bison because when I had him on, what he told me, he's like, yo, we got to open up to that new joint but you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, Showrock new joint. I was like, oh, word. I was like, because I like to open up to the artist that's coming on and then mix someone else in it. But he was like, nah, open up to that new Showrock. That's the love
Nah, that's
that
love.
I
And
love
my
it.
guy
You know
Bison
what I mean?
dropped a single today too. And we was talking. I'm like, damn,
Yes.
I got an album. He got a single. We can coexist because I'm gonna buy his shit. He gonna buy my shit. We
Yeah.
gonna both cross market because there's enough food on the plate for everybody to eat.
And it's all on our radio station. So that's what I'm saying. You turn it on and you can hear a whole ill-ass lineup. I go to it from work. I'm like, yo, this is beautiful, man. And it's just
No
like,
days off.
yo,
What up, Tom Trump? I see the
word.
people
Shout out to
checking in on the
everybody
joint.
good. Word. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, let's touch on Do Knowledge, man. Like, how was it reaching out to Sadat? Because you're not a stranger to working with legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, and maybe that was a something that works in your favor that you have been on tracks with legends already. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
it helps. Like if you're trying to book a show or something like that, and then people look at your catalog it kind of legitimizes you a little bit more. But in terms of
Word.
reaching out to Sadat, I follow him on the gram, like just his daily happenings. He just a regular dude who's happens to be a legendary lyricist. And
Exactly.
he said he was gonna be in the lab, so I reached out to him. You know, real professional, did it through the PayPal way. Invoice ain't gonna be no more cash apps. Got scammed too much. Cause like, believe it or not, your favorite industry artists are robbing niggas. They're robbing the industry artists, or robbing the indie artists. I ain't gonna drop names, but yeah, certain people have taken the bread and run. So you really gotta be about your business. I don't care how much of a fan you are. Don't trust these niggas. You gotta do it in a way that you can get your bread back in case something goes wrong. And I hate to say it, but Sadat was real professional, good to work with. He was even like, he worked within my budget, and he did what was required of him, and he did it quick.
That's dope, man. But like I was to say, it's sad that, like, because as an artist, before you become an artist, you come up listening to other artists, and if you reach out to somebody you came up listening to, and they do you dirty on that end, that shit don't go away. So your rise, that shit, you know what I mean? And then, like, they may not remember they did you wrong, but as you continue to bubble and blow, you can then choose, like you said, you can air people out, but you choose to still be a humble dude and just like, nah, that's not the way I'm going. But damn, how do you do that once again? Because you were that coming up artist at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
That's the thing about what we're talking about, turning the back and not paying it forward. You know what I mean? I just hate shit like that, bro. You know?
And one of the times it happened to me was during COVID. So people was losing jobs and everything. And it was to the point where I really wanted this feature. I didn't even have the bread like that. And the artist let me pay half one week, and he let me pay the next half the next week when I got my check. And the motherfucker still robbed me. Like, they don't care. He probably just smoked it up in a pack. Like, to them, it's nothing. But to us, it could have been two hard work weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, I would say, more than the bread that I lost, I learned a lesson that stuck with me. And the lesson is more valuable than the bread that was lost. And that same artist came into my city touring. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, yo.
I know how New Haven is, bro.
Exactly. I was like, I could make one phone call. But then I said, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it for anybody else who would be involved. Not over that amount of bread. So I said, I just took it as the most important lesson to learn on how to move. You can't be a fan when you're conducting business.
Yeah, you got to turn it off. It's like, all right, business off. You turn it back on after your business is handled and all that. All right, now I'm a fan again. But you're right, because you'll end up, and then you'll turn a fan into someone that you'll turn that love into that worst hate ever. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that. You don't want to fuel somebody to come at you for something like that. You know what I mean?
It was a lot easier to be a rap fan before social media, because it was just like, you listen to these dudes, you listen to their CDs, you love them, they cool. But now it's like, you gotta watch all the clown shit they do on a daily basis, or you might watch them treating fans bad, whereas before they might have been treating fans bad, but you wouldn't know it. You know? Now that all their daily happenings are right in your face, you'd be like, yo, I like his music, but the way that this guy is, like Kanye, for example. When we was listening to College Dropout, we was just listening to College Dropout. That was it. But now it's like, we listening to this and we watching his behavior in real time. And it's like, at some point, the antics start to outweigh the music. And it makes you, I don't care how good the music is, it makes you not want to listen to it anymore. Shit, some people say the same thing about R. Kelly.
Oh, man. Listen, that's something I just stopped listening to way beforehand, because I just felt some kind of way, me personally. You know what I mean? But my thing
I ain't
is
gonna get into that, because I still listen to R. Kelly, but he guilty than the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, definitely. But my thing too is like, when you like artists such as yourself, man, like that's why for me, the artists that I listen to and I rock regular, like I like the fact that I can go check their IG or whatever, and even if they live in a regular man's life where they have other business ventures going on, I love that because they're growing. They're growing and they're growing in the right way. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what you're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? Grow. Show people that this can open doors and you don't got to sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do these things. You know what I mean? Like I had Rampage on last week talking about other business ventures he opened up, which has helped his longevity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the dopeness about it, man. You know, and for you, like I want to talk about putting on for New Haven, man, because shout out to New Haven, bro. Like I worked over 15 years out there. I was in telecommunications. I was in the phone company for years out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you was downtown, all right.
Yeah. So when I say I know New Haven, I know New Haven. I was every day out there. You know what I mean? Like I was in Toast Place. You would think I had stock in Toast Place. I was in there for the Woo Show. You know, Rock Kim. I was there. KRS-One. You know what I mean? I've actually had the privilege to perform there. When 93.7 did the local artist showdown, I was actually on the very first one. You know what I'm saying? So
see, a lot of people don't remember when Connecticut didn't even have a hip hop station. See, I remember when 93.7 came out. Before that, we used to wait for it to rain because that's when Hot 97 came in the clearest, and we get the antennas and point them by the window, get our tapes ready. We used to love it when it rained because that's when we got the clearest Hot 97. And before that, we didn't have no type of hip hop station. 93.7 came out. I think we had to be, if we weren't in high school, we were getting ready to go to high school. So we went our formative years with no hip hop station. Just Hot 97 coming in all staticky.
But you know the funny thing though, the way you say that is how I feel, because when I was in Mount Vernon, I grew up in the projects and we couldn't have cable. We didn't have cable in the projects. So I go to school, everybody talk about cable. You know what I mean? But I could listen to the radio, but everybody talk about the basketball games. I had to read the paper to find out what happened. And it was a day late because the game ended late. You know what I mean? So
that's real though.
I know what it's like. But I had the music, I had the radio, you know what I mean? So when I moved out here, and I think 93.7 kind of just started, and there was another station that was here and came and went. But I was just like, yo, finally it was some hip hop out here. But
you're right, there was one other one that was short lived. It didn't last that long.
Yeah, because I remember my song got retired on both stations. I was like, yo, I'm the only artist out here that got both stations rocked because that one died so quick. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's so hard. So tell them about putting on for New Haven, wearing it on your sleeve, and getting that respect everywhere you go, man. You know what I mean? Like we talked about how some people don't do that. How does that feel knowing that you're comfortable in where you at and you rock that, man?
I feel like it's the only way to do it. It's the only way I know how to do it. Like, I never lived anywhere other than, well, I had a very brief stint in Staten Island, which is kind of ironic with all this woo shit I be talking. But and then I was in school in Philly for 4 years. But and out there it was like so weird. Like so many motherfuckers had never left Philadelphia. I said Connecticut. They're like, oh, Kansas, Kentucky. I'm like, no, bro, it's like 3 hours from here. They're like, oh, y'all got rims on your tractors. I'm like, no, it's not in the country. It's not the Midwest. I'm like, yo, it's 3 hours from me. And like people couldn't understand it. But for now, it's like, it's almost like uncharted territory because people don't know much about Connecticut. They don't know much about New Haven. And we grew up always having to prove that we were hard because everyone was like, oh, Connecticut ain't nothing but a bunch of rich white boys. And we always grew up having to prove that New Haven was tough. And now that we're grown, like, we don't want to prove that New Haven is tough. We know that New Haven is tough. We want it to be less tough. Like, you want to live.
You grow. You want your kids to have a safe place now. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you don't have no kids, but you want your cousins and your young family members to have a safe place. You don't want them to have to grow up the way you did. You know, like same thing when I'm in Mount Vernon. I'm like, yo, this is different. You know what I mean? Like the way I came up, I thought it was rough, but you had the OGs still schooling you, you know what I mean? And it's changing
now, man.
But you know, and now New Haven, like I said, people there's the legendary Toast place out there where I've seen Kanye West and John Legend in Toast place.
Yeah, Kanye was there early on. You had like the Rolling Stones is there. Like people don't realize how iconic of a venue that is, and the fact that myself and Star in Life and Spec Arson and even Goat Squad are gonna get to perform on those stages at that iconic venue. I said, how could I be a New Haven dude and I never rocked their toes?
Word, that's
I gotta
crazy,
change
man.
that.
And let me tell you something, man. That stage, bro, and like I said, it was like 15 some years ago that I rocked it, man. And
And
when
it's
I
in
hit
the
that
same
stage,
place. Ain't nothing in there changed. It looked the same way
I
that it did
know.
15 years ago. Because I used to
Oh,
go
I've
there
been in there
as a
for other
youngin'.
shows since then. Yeah, like I seen Griselda there. I've been there for shows, but when I hit that stage, I was like, damn. First thing you gotta tell yourself is like, all right, they're here for you, because you can get caught up in the lights of those legends that hit that stage,
Yeah,
man. You can definitely do
that's a
that.
fact.
But you're a professional, bro. So it's gonna be a great honor to be there, to rock with you there, man, to see that, man. And it's like,
That's a
man, like
fact.
talk
Max
about,
B and French, they used to stay in Toe's place. And I remember
yeah,
Max B would be performing all the time, and you would just see French Montana. Like he's like the biggest artist now, biggest artist in New York. But nah, back then Max B was performing, and French Montana was at the Popeyes around the corner trying to holler at the chicks all the time. Like, and we remember this all the
word,
time, man. It's like it's crazy to think about how big some of these guys have become, and you just remember them as the dudes
bro.
from back then.
Yeah, like I remember when I went to see Nas on the N album drop. Um, People would never remember, but you know who opened up for him? Jay Electronica. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And now look at his status there now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you never know where people are gonna be when they starting out there and all of that. You know, I seen Terminology open up for Red MF there. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, shit, and you
it's
from
just,
Mount Vernon too, so I know you used to at least once or twice went to Sue's Rendezvous.
yo, you gotta understand. I was a younger going to Sue's, but listen.
Exactly.
I was going to Sue's when I was supposed to be in Sue's. People
But
don't
what do you
understand. So
think about how big Cardi B is right now? And we remember when
word.
she was Sue's.
Yo, I was so amazed that when I used to hear about Sue's Rendezvous and rap songs, I thought there was another Sue's like in Atlanta or somewhere. I didn't know they was talking about the one right there on Gramerton Avenue that I used to like when me and my boys would come from rec when I was in middle school. We'd come from basketball rec at night. Sue's be open. We walk in there until they chase us out. You know what I mean? I'm walking in there in the middle school, like, oh, you know, then they chase you out of there. But yo, I didn't realize that's where Ludacris is talking about and all these people.
Sue's was the spot, and I would say, if I had to rank them, I would say second of all time. I would say the first of all time, it had to be Sin City in the Bronx. Was nothing like it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Sin City in the Bronx, but wasn't nothing like it.
Listen, man, those are coming up days. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you experiment. Like, I used to be in the city. Listen, my cousin, he ain't in here no more. My cousin Faulkner, man. Listen, man, that's another episode, bro. I did some things at in middle school age that nobody believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to my cousin. He had me out there like that. You know, but yo, man, let's talk about this project, man. This joint that
Right,
dropped
right.
today. This Woo. I grew up on Woo Part 2, man. Like you said,
So
it
the
took you a while to do.
project dropped today, and I dropped it on Bandcamp only. And that's a
Word.
strategy that I use to try to recoup some of the money that I spent on features and production and mixing and mastering. Because if you give it out for free at the same time that you're selling it, a lot of times people are just gonna automatically listen to the free version and forget to support. Not because they don't want to
Right.
support, but because it's easier to just click Spotify because they're already on Spotify. But if I actually
Exactly.
look, I'm asking you to pay money for this, to go to Bandcamp, because I feel like it's worthy of your $15 and it's worthy of the 2 clicks that it's going to take you to get there, then I think that means something to people. And
Yes. And
eventually it'll make its way to Spotify. And if you don't want to pay, Bandcamp lets you listen for free for a couple times. I think you listen to
yeah.
it 2 to 3 times for free, and then they'll ask you if you want to donate and pay to listen to it more. But I feel like
And
if
it's
you hear
good.
it, you're gonna want to buy it. It's
Yeah. Let me tell you. The reason why I say it's worth it, bro, because if you really are, and once again, shout out to my partner DJ, if you really support the artist, like I always say, man, I want them to keep making this music because you could get into a frustrated state where you be like, even if it ain't about the money, And sometimes you're like, damn, I'm putting so much into it. You just want to get that appreciation back, not to be received, but just to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great way to do it. They'll go still buy everybody else's music that don't need their music, don't need their money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, so why not, man? And with this being right on Bandcamp is a banging joint. The features is well, like what I always love is how an album lines up. You know, it's a great lineup, and you took time with that because, like you said, you took the time to put it together. So was that part of the time was making sure everything was in the right places as well for it?
It actually was, and the funny part about that is that I thought everything was in the right place. Then I let my man hear it, my man Life from Star and Life, and I actually let him curate it. He said, "Nah, you
Word.
got the songs all wrong," and he said, and I'm gonna tell you why." He said, "Think of it like a tape, an A side and the
Mm-hmm.
B, and you wanna
Word.
that crescendo, then you want to come back down. But then you want to bring them back up before you bring them back down. You don't want to just put all your bangers as the first 6 songs or have all the
Right.
high energy songs first. And even if they're dope, but then have the album kind of go down." He's like, "You don't want to do that." And I listened to it my way and I listened to it his way. And I said, you know what? There's some method to your madness. What you're saying
Yeah.
actually makes sense. And I liked it better his way. So shouts to Life for sequencing my.
Word. Word. And shout out Alfredo, he said it, the sequencing is fire and it makes a big difference, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I give props to one of my favorite MCs of all time, Master Ace, because when his albums was always like a story, you know what I mean? And it's like it's so
One of the
cohesive.
best storytellers there is. We
Yeah,
just
I always call it. You go
we
ahead, bro. Go
had,
ahead.
we just had Master Ace teach a class for us at Pendulum Inc. last month, and
Yeah,
he dropped a lot of gems on us.
yeah. Let me tell you, man. I seen him out there in New Haven. Come to speak with. It was one of them bars out there. I was just looking at the videos again of it on my phone, but trust me, like when you talk about cohesiveness, when you put like I came up with this phrase is a press play and walk away album because once
Mm,
you hit play, you don't got to go back and skip anything. It's just
fact.
right there in order. Everything goes so well, and that's big, man. That's big because then next you know, people start picking out just the songs because I'm bad for that. Pick out the songs that I like, and then you forget the rest of the album sometimes. You know. So when
Yep.
it's cohesive and one song needs the other, and they go well and together, it makes the whole album worth listening. You know what I'm saying? And like my
Appreciate
man ASU said, sequencing matters. You know,
it does. But yeah,
word. But you know,
I just
yeah,
want to encourage people to go out, spend $12 with your boy. It's 12 tracks. It's $12. It ain't gonna kill your pockets, and
nah, man.
it's great hip hop.
It's fire hip hop, man, because I came on rocking, like I said, if everybody ever heard it, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm gonna rock something else off of it before we go because I gotta let everybody hear what's going on with my man Got with this, yo. Let me ask him because I have my favorite, but what is your favorite off it? If you could find a favorite joint off of it.
It's been changing, but I would say most consistent answer that I've been given is Supreme Cuban Links with Star and Life. That's my favorite joint.
Yes.
The energy is
I,
so that, and because I know how
yo,
much it was to put that song together. Because Jay the Star be taking forever to fucking finish his verses, but
word,
other than
word,
that, it
salute.
was well worth it. It was worth the wait. I love that song.
Listen, man. Word. Before we go, man, first I want to thank you for your time, but we got to definitely rock another joint off of there. So, of course, it's got to be the one we were just talking about. You know what I mean? Supreme Cuban Links, Star like featuring our brother Star in Life. Let's get that joint some burn real quick. Let's go. Let's go.
I grew up on who Star and Life ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah. Children don't even do it when it comes to the cup. That's right.
How we sound? How we sounding?
Rap is like C.
Patagonia, City Killer, Fleece Jacket, Apollonia, six-finger print, and my sneak snatch, and then finger sneak attack. When it's time to thumb wrestle, four-finger Super Bowl ringers made of gunmetal. You on a level one, elevated the floor, you the unsettled. Purple rain jacket, mash the roads with the blood belly. And quick cryochemical slang, cryogenically bang the coke. It's by the neck, that's how my enemies hang. Mention my name,
Atlantic, fuck the picture, the black. I'm the dumb, there's no other immemorial plain.
for me.
Longevity, the diamond and the gold is a harmonious synergy.
Special delivery from the Trinity. Blue and
Blue
green
and green wallaby energy for the ministry. Perfectly mastered skunk dunks, ebony links, land seeds, coriander, pepper seed. Love this song.
Silver side room, all gold, 17. Got it from a life of crime, family, like a Genevieve. Got plush dances in Beverly, you never see. Drinking heavily, drunk driving those in the whiskey from Tennessee, sit racing dark. Swiftly, the weaponry rips spaces apart. Quickly, the pedigree, rich nation and art. The big three, you let them see. Half a key, chewing on the chest, train the pec muscles. Two later, scapulate surgery with a neck trouble. Neck barrel in a Met hat, I make my neck double. All important lizards, abortion, twist to the belt buckle. 9 nickels, next bubble. Rolling on the turnpike, they codify my style. I murdered every turn right. Denny Hamlin, the only difference is I burn right. Philly and toss salads over herb rice. Play lounging in the mint. Only good for
Iron Man, Supreme Cuban links.
Crush velvet is a fine
Finest suede, color orange marmalade. Namaste. Spanish girl I met on a layover, smashed her on the lake.
Level around and take skill. Desire to reach a higher
state.
Point blank period. That's how you live. Time and place. We don't
dominate. Dominate.
Great economics and with the math. Miller have a dream of earthly master.
Color of sarsaparilla. Models of swallow with massive peppers. Man, that's a cast of killers.
And if Sapabellas got a bubble, but I
told her, get a tummy tuck. Go ahead and master effort.
Lounging in the mink. Only good for Iron Man, Supreme Cuban links.
Yo,
I appreciate you for doing that, man. That just got my energy level up. I'm about to go drink a nutcracker. Pause.
Listen, bro, thank you for your time, man. Listen, everybody, shout out to my brother Showrock. Y'all don't know, New Haven representative, MC, like barsman at his finest. You hear the bar work, you hear the music, you hear the quality of the music he puts out. Shout out to our brother Star on Life. We're going to have him up here as well. Listen, bro, we're going to be getting up, man, because I never realized how close we are.
Make sure you drop in my DM. Make sure you drop me your address because I got a pack to send out to you, too. You know, I got to get you right on some Pay the Rappers joints. I got a purple tape for you because I know you love the culture like I love the culture. So,
yes.
Yeah,
Listen,
I got some goodies.
And on top of that, like, you know that we doing a mixtape, man. So I'm definitely reaching out. The mixtape won't be complete without a Showrock joint, man.
I want a spot. Save me a spot.
Yo, you got it, bro, because I need it. It's like, yo, it's needed, yo, because what this mixtape is doing is the lane that you in and everybody's in is like, I'm bringing that back because I feel like people forgot what a real core mixtape was. You know what I mean? They forgot what that's like. You know what I mean? So thank you. Already, my brother say he want a spot. I got submissions to my peoples already, man. Showrock, the MC. Let everybody know how to get you, where you're going to be at, what you got coming up, bro.
All right, real quick. Now, I sound like I'm about to do one of my spit. No, real quick.
I like that.
You can catch me on Instagram at Showrock, SHOWROCK. The link in the bio is going to bring you to all my shit. We got August 21st at the legendary Toad's Place in Connecticut, New Haven, CT. We're opening up for none other than the Wallaby champ, Ghostface Killer. I got some other things in the works too. But other than that, go to www.paytherappers.com or just any link in my bio so you can buy this new album. I grew up on Wu 2. Search me on Spotify, Apple Music. It's Show Rocker. You got to add the A on those. And I dropped 3 singles in the last 5 weeks. So pick your poison. You want to ride out? You listen to In the H featuring myself and Lil Flip. You know, you want to feel proud about your glistening melanin skin in the sun. You listen to Blackity Black with Sadat X and my boy Digga Din. And, you know, if you want to show some leg, then you listen to Hoochie Daddy Anthem. And I brought the bars, and we out there bringing it back to 96 Freaknik. But we just having fun.
Early,
good vibes all summer.
Yo, because here's the thing. You tell people, listen, get out them big baggy old cargos. Yo,
yeah, you got to give them up.
What you have me do? You had me putting my cargoes in the bag, bringing them to the recycling, bro. You know what I mean? Word. Cargoes is done. I'm past cargoes now. I was like, damn, I used to love them pockets on the side. You know what I mean? Nah, real talk, man. I need you to know this, bro. Showrock, like, I say this because I mean it, bro. I'm thankful for you, bro. I'm thankful for the connection. I'm thankful for the music you put out, the quality you put out. You never, like you said, you don't change who you are. You true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the support you
Giving
give
us a place
us.
to put it out on. Thank you
Yes.
for giving us a
Yes.
place to air this shit, man. Like y'all don't
Word.
get props, but
Let
y'all
them
gonna
know, man. I feel like I'm so thankful for that because it's real. And that's what me and my boy DJ, we just keep saying, listen, it's going to catch on, man, because we got people like you, like people that believe in it. You know what I mean? It's going to catch on, you know? And thank you for that, bro. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you in person, man, out there, bro, because that's going to be.
We got a link.
Word. We will, man, because we are back rolled out there. You know, I know that back roll at the back of my hand to get there. You know what I'm saying? I know it's much more live out there because it's hard to get something out here in Waterbury going. You know what I mean?
And if you end up, let me just say one last thing before I get off this.
Absolutely.
Shout out
Absolutely.
to Hydro 860. He is Mr. Outside in Connecticut. If there is a festival, if there is a hip hop, anything going on that's outside, he is the man to talk to. He is really outside with it. So I just want to give a shout out to him because he's really keeping the culture alive. He did a little hip hop festival in Bushnell Park last week, and he had me come out there and perform. I was able to perform Blackity Black and a song that I got called Down with Fred the Godson, and he brought out over 20 different acts from marching drum bands to singers to rappers to reggae artists, and it was a beautiful thing to see the community out there. And he actually picked the rappers. I told him, I said, no, I don't want no money. He said, no, you deserve to be paid for your talent and your skill. He said, there's grants out there. The cities have money. They're paying everybody else. Let them pay the rappers as well. So I just want to shout that it's a great thing. And it's people like him that allow the community to keep on keeping on.
Word. Thank you. Huge shout out to him, man. I'm definitely going to link with him as well because like I said, there's things I want to bring the regular cat outside. You know what I mean? We want to be outside.
He's the guy to talk to, and he's plugged in with all the right people.
Word. Good looking, man. I appreciate that, man. Listen, this is my brother Showrock. This is not going to be the last time you see Showrock and the regular cat get together, man. This is just a dope vibe. This is true love of the culture. We want to see each other win, and that's what it's about, man. Thank you for your time tonight, bro. Thank you for this banging album. Your consistency as an MC, bro, is appreciated, B.
Peace and love. Long live lyricism. You know.
Absolutely. Let them know that's what it's about, bro. Love, man.
Love.
Word. Yo, man, that was another, once again, y'all already know how it is on the regular cat convo. Another great convo, another dope brother to listen to. My man Showrock. Listen, like when I talk about the love, and he said it, you know what I mean? He came on, I didn't ask him to say anything he did in the beginning, but he said how you hear how we put on for these dudes and how people don't put on for us. And it's a conversation that my partner DJ and I have regularly, you know what I'm saying? But we keep at it, and hearing from great dudes like him, Bison like last week and like a couple weeks ago, hearing it from artists that I'm a fan of. That's what it's about. That's why we do it. You know what I mean? So that y'all can hear what these other dudes got out there. You don't got to be subject to the radio all the time, hearing that same monotonous music. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's monotonous. Hear the quality of bar work that's out there. You know what I'm saying? And my partner DJ and I, that's what we do. That's why we have regular cat radio. If y'all don't know, like we said, we want to make it easy. Showrock told you in the beginning. He downloaded the Live 365 app. You can do the same. It's a free app. Download it. Live 365 in your app store. Type in regular cat radio. Just like you see there. Drop Konvo per radio. It'll come up. 24/7 commercial free. Fire. You're going to hear Bison. You're going to hear Showrock. You're going to hear my Ghost Squad getting busy. You're going to hear Jay-Z. You're going to hear the Lots. You're going to hear like Dr. Dre. Like we got everything. And what we always tell you, you hear something up there you don't like, I'm reachable. Hit me up, let me know. Because we're curating it for every listener. You know, my partner DJ, when we talk about the station, he gets mad when I'm like, yo, I can listen to it. I haven't found something yet. He's like, dude, we ain't listening hard. You know? So thank y'all for that love. Showrock, thank you for that, bro. Thank you for your time tonight. Once again, happy anniversary to you and your wifey too, bro. I meant to holler at you, let you know that while I had you up there. But listen, y'all don't know about the ball work that my brother Showrock do, and a lot of y'all do because y'all came in here for him. You know this dude gets busy. The ear for bars is there. You heard the music. I mean, what else I got to tell you? It's right there for you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homegirl, Jerry. She came in late, but I appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, Showrock in the building. But listen, like he said in August, Toad's Place, legendary spot. Shout out to my brother, yours truly. You know what I mean? My Ghost Spot brother. Listen, real quick, Showrock, and you got a spot on the mixtape. Listen, the mixtape is coming together beautifully. The submissions I've already had is so fire. Listen, thank you for everybody that's down with it. I'm getting them coming up soon. You was cooking, Jerry. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Saturday night, I'm thinking it's Saturday. Get that cooking in on Friday. You probably chilling tomorrow night. But thank you for being here, Jerry. That's real love. You know what I'm saying? But the regular cat Konvo mixtape is gonna be crazy. Just to let y'all know, some of the people on there. You know Showrock is gonna be on there. I got my brother Daz Guy on there. Alright. I got my Ghost Squad, True Words. I got yours truly, Salute, bro. Listen. Yours truly gave some fire, man. Shout out to my brothers Gons and Hoffa with the fire. Shout out to my queen, one of the queen MCs, Key Turner, who got busy. My homegirl DJ Unbreakable with the squad. It's going to be crazy. I'm bringing back that feeling of putting on a mixtape and like, damn, they getting busy. You know what I mean? Everybody's ball work is up here with it. Shout out to my brother Jay Gone. Superheroes Bison. We talk, you know which track I need from you too, man. But listen, got that, the new single from my brother Bison that just dropped today. You know, Get Illa is going to be on. Listen, trust me, I'm working, I'm thankful, and I'm going to give y'all what I feel like we deserve. As a listener, as someone who loves this culture, this mixtape is going to be that for you. I even got people asking me about a part 2, and this is still in the works. So it just might be something that grows, but what it is that everybody's on this showing their work. Showing that work. You know what I'm saying? Listen, thank y'all for this, man. Next week I got some more fire for y'all. Give you more updates on the mixtape. But listen, we got singles already ready for the drop of the mixtape. I'm telling you how much this means to me, what we doing. You understand? Videos, okay? I'm not playing when it comes to this mixtape, man. My squad got me. Shout out to the Ghost Squad. Shout out to Showrock. Shout out to Bison. Shout out to Head of State. Shout out to Hell's Yeah. Shout out to Keith Turner, Jamel Honesty, Ace Cannons. Everybody that's going to be bodying this joint, man. And I'm bringing it to y'all because I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank y'all again. Tapping in on another Friday night with your man, Sasha Rock, a.k.a. The Regular Cat. You know what I'm saying? Jerry, I'm going to let you know more about what's going on because you always support. We thank you for this. But we all want to support us too. You can always check the radio station. Like I said, Live 365. Download that. Then you can just type in Regular Cat Radio. Hear the music. Hit me up if you hear something you don't like. If that's too hard to go through there, you can always go to our website, theregularcatconvo.com. Previous episodes of the show is there. Also, we have playlists from the artists that's been on here. On top of that, easy listening to the station as well. You can click on the station there. Thank you, Showrock. You know what I mean? Always, like I say, right there, showing love always. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you it's worth it because you can't say there's nothing out. You can't find good hip-hop if someone's showing you what door to walk through. They always say you can lead a horse to water, can't make him drink. I just refuse to hear. And like Showrock said himself, I refuse to hear artists say there's no way to listen to the music and we playing their music. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, as intelligent as some people be, man, I'm like, I don't understand that. But look, we here for that. We here for that. So thank y'all who support. You know what I mean? Thank you for y'all who's ready to support, who's going to support in the future. Thank you for everybody. Shout out to people that showed up. My homegirl Jerry. Shout out to Ryan. You know what I mean? Next week, we got some more fire for y'all, bro. So listen, thank y'all again. We're going to be back here the same time next Friday, 9 o'clock. Sasha Rock, Regular Cat. Shout out to my partner DJ as always for over a year now. We've been rocking and doing this thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to my GOAT squad. We be tearing everything up. If y'all haven't seen it, go check out Grimo's Cypher, the one that just dropped. You get to see my brother Tony Dimes and Mike Hoffa flame the mic alongside Solomon Childs and some other dope-ass artists. So the whole cypher will be dropped, but check that Grimo cypher and see what my boys do. All right? Plus, my boys, shout out to my boys Mike Hoffa and Gons, the new video for Money Machine. Hit it up, run up the numbers, go to YouTube, type in Gonz, Gonz, Mike Hoffa, Michoffa, Money Machine. I promise you, you're going to enjoy the video. The song is fire. You know what I mean? Yours truly, you already know. That joint is crazy. We got some joints featured from them on the album too. Yours truly, that joint you gave me was so fire, bro. I can't wait till we get together and bring that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So once again, your boy Sasha Rock, aka the Regular Cat. Thank y'all for being here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tune in next Friday, 9 o'clock, a new episode. But until then, I'm just the regular cat that loves hip hop, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me, all right? We stay up, be safe, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. I want to see everybody that was here this week. I want to see y'all safe here next week too, all right? Enjoy yourselves and be safe, all right? I love everybody, y'all. One.